Wait for it. All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Top 2 Pod Weekend Edition. We are live here on YouTube. We have some big news and notes to fill you in on to start with here today. And then we also are going to give start-sit advice. They have been rolling in on my Twitter account like always this morning. So, Eric, I got some tough ones for you, and I have not given Eric any heads up on what they are. So I'm ready to throw you some curveballs here.
Yep, well, hopefully I knock him out of the park. I probably won't.
We'll see. Eric is decked out in full Patriots gear as always. I get to proudly rock the Tennessee Volunteer sweatshirt today because we beat Auburn yesterday, which I am thrilled about.
Good day of college football. Good games.
There's not very many excuses to wear Tennessee orange. It's just an awfully unflattering color, but I'm excited to wear it today. Nonetheless, Eric, let's start off with total curveball surprise news. Ryan Tannehill's shoulder is doubtful for today against the Bears. And in case you're wondering, Brock Osweiler is the backup in Miami. He's expected to start today. Eric, what are the chances that Tannehill just really didn't want to play Chicago?
Now that you say that actually makes so much sense. That makes so much sense. Coach can't go. Got a shoulder. Take one look at Khalil Mack. No.
Weird today. I don't know.
I saw Tannehill walk into the stadium. I'm like, okay, so he showed up. It would have been fun if he just was like, I'm not coming in today.
Just wasn't having it.
Yeah. Coach can't go. Got the flu. That is funny. But yeah, they are offering up Osweiler to the Wolves today, and that's not going to be pretty.
Yikes! Yeah, I am not excited about that at all. Eric, why don't you go ahead and take the next one here while I tweet out the link to the YouTube video.
All right. Greg Olsen's expected to return today from a fractured foot at Washington. With how bad the tight end position is, you're likely going to have to start him because coming up, we have another tight end injury that just dropped out of nowhere. Didn't even know it was a thing. So Greg Olsen, if you got him, I would start him. There's not much better options. Next up, John Ross. He has a groin injury. He's not expected to play today versus the Steelers. If AJ Green, which I expect this to happen, AJ Green should be covered most of the time by Joe Hayden. I expect Tyler Boyd to have a huge day. I think he's going to be a must start for today. Along with Uzomah, another tight end because, like I said, not much options. This is the tight end injury I'm talking about. That's just going to ravage many fantasy teams today. Eric Ebron with his shin is questionable. They called up Mo Alley Cox from the practice squad. That usually is not a good sign for Ebron. Look, he's going to be active because Colts have like 50 million people hurt right now. But I would not be shocked if he's limited in snaps. And that's not good. That's not good at all. So if you want to roll the dice on Ebron, you're likely going to have to. But that's just another thing that the tight end position just doesn't need right now because Eric Ebron's been very good. Also, Jack Doyle obviously out still. So.
Dude, what is going on with this training staff in Indianapolis? Are they even trying?
I don't know. It must be something in the water. We got to talk to Josh.
Yeah, Josh is going to go down next.
If Josh goes down, our Devy articles are screwed. All right. Isaiah Crowell is expected to play today versus Indy. He has the ankle injury. Bilal Powell injury, or owners, if there are some, just weep in terror. I expect Crowell to be a good start today as long as that ankle is sustainable. If he's good to go, I would start him up. Ran for 4 million yards last week, so he should be good against a bad Indy run defense. There is a downright blizzard in Denver right now. It's not the game's at 4:00, so it's not. Well, we're on Eastern time, but 4 p.m. in Denver. It's not expected to be snowing at 4 p.m., so they should have the field cleared off. Fun fact: Jared Goff never played in a game in the snow, so that's something to watch if you have Rams and Broncos players. OJ Howard.
Wait, hold on. I think before we got to talk more about are we panicking on Rams players?
No, because there's not going to be snow during the game. But if they're wrong, like weathermen always are, if it's snowing during that game, I'd be a little worried. Just a little worried because
you're not going to know until they already started playing. So
exactly.
But if you got Woods, Kupp, Cooks, you're still playing them all.
Yeah, you have to. Mm-hmm. Especially, I think this is such a good game for Cooks. I feel like this is the week Cooks is just going to explode. As long as it's not snowing. If it's snowing, everything goes out the window on that game because it's extremely hard to throw a ball in the snow. I would know. OJ Howard has his knee injury. It was an MCL sprain. He was supposed to miss more time, but he's likely to play today. I still want Cameron Brate. I would still start Cameron Brate. This just, to me, I feel like Tampa Bay has two startable tight ends now. Just how bad the tight end position is in fantasy football. I feel like you could get away with starting Brate and Howard. That game likely will be a shootout. So no defense.
That's such a weird situation. I don't know. It seems like they rushed back OJ Howard, and I don't really know why.
Yeah, I would take the time with him. MCL sprain's not something to mess with. Full participation in practice though on Friday. I mean, if he says he's good to go, I guess you gotta trust him.
I guess he's good to go. I don't know though. It's a weird one, but you're right, Eric. I mean, Cameron Brate is the tight end one in Tampa Bay until he proves otherwise, because we've seen that Jameis Winston clearly favors Cameron Brate. And so OJ Howard has kind of had his moment in the sun with Fitzmagic, but Tampa Bay's decided to go away from Fitzmagic because they like losing with Jameis Winston. So that's what we'll see today.
Yeah, the game against the Bears totally didn't happen. One thing on Tampa Bay that I want to see today, give me Mike Evans. I feel like whenever Jameis plays, Mike Evans gets the shaft sometimes. He just gets completely phased out of the game plan. You have one of the best receivers in football. You have one of the biggest targets in football at the receiver position. Use Mike Evans. That pisses me off to no end whenever Jameis starts. I just use Mike Evans, for crying out loud. Coming from a guy who's starting Jameis as a streamer today. Please.
Oh, no. Are you starting him?
I'm starting him over Phillip Rivers against Cleveland. Cleveland's got a good defense, man. I'm not trifling with Cleveland.
Matchup only takes you so far.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm not messing with it. I think Myles Garrett eats in that game. By the way, Cleveland, they're winning today. Dalvin Cook only expected to play half the snaps. Matt, go ahead. Not great for the brand.
I don't know what to do, man. Do I play him?
No, I wouldn't.
Do you play Alex Collins or Kenyon Drake over him?
Not Kenyon Drake. I'd probably play Alex Collins over him.
You would? I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's bad. That's pretty bad. I'm not touching any Miami Dolphin today. Absolutely not.
Or will they need to run the ball more because Osweiler? But it doesn't matter because that offense isn't going to
well. Yeah, they're in trouble. That's.
I feel like I almost have to take 50% of Dalvin Cook over 100% of Drake or Collins.
I'd lean Collins, but I mean, that's not a great.
I believe the Tennessee defense has been good against the run this season. Am I making that up?
I'm not sure. Their defense isn't bad, but that's an ugly game today.
Tennessee has given up the third least fantasy points to opposing running backs this season. They've only given up 500. They have not given up a touchdown to opposing running backs this season.
First time for everything. Yeah. Here's the problem with Dalvin Cook for me, along with the half the snaps thing. They're playing Arizona today. I don't think it's going to take much to beat Arizona. So,
oh man,
say they're up like 21-0. They're just going to look at Dalvin Cook and be like, just get ready for next week. We need you then. So it's risky. I feel like that game in Tennessee with the Ravens and the Titans is at least going to be close. So as long as Harbaugh doesn't hardball, which he's likely to do, I feel like Alex Collins is the better bet.
Yikes. I don't know. That one's going to come all the way up to game time. Man.
They're all at 4, right? They're all playing at 4.
Are they?
I believe so. Well, Kenyon Drake's not an option. I would. Yeah,
it should really be Collins or.
Yeah, I would go with one or the other. Adrian Peterson has a shoulder separation, but he's expected to play today. Matt?
Stupid.
What could you do if you had a separated shoulder? What could you realistically do? I think I could bake some cookies, and that's about it.
I don't think I'd even be able to pick up my phone to check my fantasy score.
Yeah, I'd be in a sling.
It doesn't make any sense.
Just Adrian Peterson.
Trying to think. I could also play Nyheim Hines today.
Oh, that's an easy one then. Nyheim Hines, easily.
Half point PPR.
Oh, 100% Nyheim Hines then.
And you know what? I was surprised because I just double checked my bench right now. Always check your waiver wire for stupid drops. This week, somebody dropped Nyheim Hines for a kicker.
Oh,
I'm guessing his kicker was on bye, but why would you? It's a half-point PPR. Why would you drop your Nyheim Hines for a kicker? Like, Marlon Mack is not coming back and taking over this backfield, people. That's not an option.
They like to throw the ball. He's always going to have a role in that offense. That's a bad drop.
I think he's got 8+ targets in the last 3 games or something like that. And it's going to be a game where Andrew Luck's going to throw the ball over 40 times again, like he does every week.
Yep. Hines.
So you're playing Hines over Cook or
Collins. I would definitely play Hines.
Yeah, I think you're right there.
Rashard Higgins is out for the Browns, so it's literally all Callaway and Jarvis Landry today. And David Njoku. David Njoku going off today.
I've been waiting. I don't know. People have been saying that, and I'm a Njoku fan. We're Njoku fans here, but we're just waiting. All we're doing is waiting.
He's been getting it going over the past couple weeks, though. He's starting to make some plays with Baker. I have faith Baker can get him the ball. He doesn't really have a choice today. He literally has those 3 targets and the backfield guys, the running backs. So maybe they try to run the ball more. I don't know. But no Higgins, all Callaway and Landry.
Is that a Miami Heat poster? Do you have a Miami Heat poster? Is that the original 3?
Big 3.
That's hilarious.
Yes, sir. It's actually covering up a hole I punched in my door. So,
watching LeBron play in the championship game?
No, I don't remember why I broke it. I don't know. No idea why I did it.
All right. Let's jump into start-sit questions. Some of these are going to be from what I've been getting all morning, and then we'll work through as many as we can here during the live stream. And if we get some more coming in while we're here, we're going to go ahead and answer those as well.
Yes, sir. All right. First up, we got a PPR question. This comes from Josh G at Josh K Green 85. PPR. He's asking Jordan Reed versus Carolina or Cameron Brate at Atlanta. I'm still going Brate.
Yeah, it's Cameron Brate for me. That one's actually pretty easy. Until Jordan Reed proves to me that he should be played, I'm not playing him. He's been, that whole offense has been totally down. Alex Smith, I think still only has 5 touchdowns through 5 games or something like that. There's no touchdown upside on that offense. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, and Carolina's kind of a tough defense.
Carolina is a tough defense.
Brate all day. Like I said, points will be scored in that game. This one comes from Eric Price at Price is Right 94. Great name. Flex PPR. He's got LaShawn McCoy, Kiki Kuti, or Robbie Anderson.
I got Kiki.
I'm going Kiki. Yeah.
Robbie Anderson was a 1-week thing. That's all we've seen from Robbie Anderson. And listen, Anderson was huge for me last season, but it's not the same offense. Darnold is not looking downfield as a first option here. And LaShawn McCoy is useless until further notice. Until he gets traded to the Eagles, he's useless.
They actually came out and said today it's unlikely to happen. So I guess there goes that pipe dream.
It's a bargaining chip.
The Bills want apparently a king's ransom for him, like a premier draft pick.
Oh, get out of here. Second-round draft pick. Call it a game.
Like a 30-year-old running back. It's not going to happen.
It's third, honestly. At this point, Shady's not doing you anything.
Right? That's a bad situation.
All right.
This one comes from Mark Peretta at MF Peretta on Twitter. PPR says Ebron or Rudolph and Hyde or Crowell.
These were both good ones, I thought.
I mean, with the news, before the news on Ebron, I would have said Ebron. But now with the news on Ebron, I'll go Rudolph. And,
I actually didn't hear that news when I answered the question, so I think I got to go back and let them know, because I would agree. I'd go Rudolph as well. I'm not – and reminder that Ebron, although he's been great and although there's probably some guaranteed level of garbage time, a lot of his production has been garbage time. So I think his stats are inflated.
That's a good point.
Eric, by the way, it's officially breaking news right now. Tannehill's officially out. So Osweiler will 100% be the starter in Miami.
The Brockweiler. Brock Lobster. Brocky Top.
Brock Lobster.
Going down.
Is that a real thing? Do people call him the Brock Lobster?
Yeah. Trey Wingo came up with 50 names for him. It's like the Brocket Chip. It's just, I love Trey Wingo for that. Trey Wingo, friend of the pod. But yeah. Back to the question. Miami, yikes. That's going to be ugly today. Hyde or Crowell, I don't think you can go wrong with either, to be honest. I like both.
It's Hyde. Hyde is one of the safest plays you can have week in and week out. He scored a touchdown in 4 out of his first 5 weeks. He has 5 touchdowns overall. He's gotten at least 18 carries in every game. I think it's between 18 and 22 in all 5 weeks. He's going to get the ball.
Yeah, I guess with Crowell's little ankle injury, even if he does play, I guess I'll lean Hyde. Oh, but he is so bad against the run. Yeah, I'll still go Hyde. I don't think you can go wrong there.
All right, a lot of options in this next one, Eric. And by the way, this is the last one Eric's got on the sheet, so I'm freeballing it after this. Got a lot of good ones still coming in.
Good God. Aaron Ploshnik at Plosh23 on Twitter wants to know 0.5 PPR. It's got Alex Collins, Buck Allen, Aaron Jones, Bilal Powell, or Nyheim Hines.
If it was a full point PPR, I think I would be inclined to say Nyheim Hines, but it's not, and so I'm going to go Aaron Jones. Very positive game script for Green Bay, most likely against the 49ers, Monday Night Football. Always good to have the last guy playing in the week. I'm going Aaron Jones. What do you think, Eric?
I agree with you. Yeah, Aaron Jones.
All right, Aaron Jones. Eric, coming right in from Twitter here. Connor at Connor_Jared. Chester Rogers, Kiki QT, or Antonio Callaway. I feel like I know your answer on this one.
Kiki. Yeah.
It's Kiki, but I don't want to. I want people to recognize that Chester Rogers is a good play this week. I think he's gotten 8 targets in either 8 targets or 8 receptions in the last 2 weeks. The only 2 weeks since Hilton and Doyle and everyone have been down. If Ebron's down as well today, that only helps Rogers. If you're playing on DraftKings, Rogers is like 4,500, 4,400. He's in all my lineups.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Nicole Solars at SolarZN. Solarzen. Okay, anyways. Boyd or Cooks for flex in a standard league. So, Eric, Cooks has been a guy that's good for us every week, playing in the tough weather. Tyler Boyd, you hyped him up earlier this live stream. What are you going for?
Oh, my God, that is so difficult. that is so difficult. Oh. Do I trust the weatherman? I'm going to trust the weatherman. I will say Cooks.
Oh, so you're sticking with Cooks. You're not going for Boyd.
No, I'm flopping. I'm going with Boyd. I like Boyd more. I flopped.
Oh. Yeah. Because it's standard, I'm looking for where there's more touchdown potential. That's still with Cooks for me.
Oh, never mind. No, standard. No, Cooks.
Yeah. All right. Don't play in standard leagues.
Yeah. Oh, standard. Come on, guys. 2018.
All right. Oh gosh. We have a kicker question. Eric at FFuser1 on Twitter. He said, how do we feel about Santos kicking in Denver? Or do we want to go Parkey or Gano? Cody Parkey of the Bears is going to be my pick out of these guys. He's been pretty consistent. I have him in one league. He gets me about 10 points week in and week out, and he's going to be kicking a lot of extra points today against Miami. I feel pretty comfortable with that.
Yeah, I'm taking Parkey.
Whoa! Breaking news. Dalvin Cook is inactive today versus the Cardinals.
So they're on at 1?
Are
they on at 1 or are they on at 4?
I don't know. It's they said versus the Cardinals, which means they would be home in Minnesota, so it would make sense playing at 1.
They're home.
Ooh, okay. So that's no Dalvin Cook option today. So if you have Latavius Murray against the Arizona Cardinals, who have given up the most fantasy points to opposing running backs this season, you got to fire up Latavius Murray, right, Eric?
Yes. All the Latavius Murray today.
All right. Latavius Murray, do not fire up Dalvin Cook. He will get you exactly 0 points. All right, Eric, you got to start 2 out of 3 of these guys for overdraft protection at King Hunter, Alfred Morris, Dion Lewis, or Sean McCoy. PPR.
Definitely McCoy.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll go Dion Lewis if it's PPR.
Yeah, Dion Lewis is the easy one for me. I'm actually going to go Alfred Morris over LeSean. I don't trust LeSean McCoy, man.
I don't think Houston's anything great on defense. They have good pass. Got it.
They're not.
I think this is actually the one game where McCoy actually is startable.
All right. Let's see. I got coming in from Ryan Brentwood at Ryan Brentwood on Twitter. Josh Gordon, Keenan Allen, Calvin Ridley, or Doug Baldwin. You got to sit one of those guys. This one's actually pretty easy for me, Eric.
Doug.
Sit Doug Baldwin. By the way, Eric, coming in, Redskins wide receiver Jamison Crowder and Chris Thompson are both inactive today versus the Panthers. So neither one of those guys is going to go. Doxson and Richardson Jr. are active.
All right, well, Dotson and Richardson Jr. being active are good, but no Thompson. Jesus.
No Thompson. I cleared out Thompson from my lineups last night, but double check your lineups just to make sure because he should have been an auto start if he was healthy.
I better have ranked Alex Smith like bottom 3 this week. Yikes.
All right, Eric. Coming in from Mac at _Young Chen, Robbie Anderson or David Njoku in a flex. I don't have PPR or standard here, so let's assume half-point PPR to be safe.
I'll go Njoku. I think he's going to get a lot of volume today.
Yeah, Robbie Anderson is a total upside pick. It's all or nothing. You're going for touchdown upside. Njoku, we talked about the Cleveland receiving options being a little bit lower. By the way, Cleveland signing Brashard Perriman yesterday. This guy is going to play on half the teams in the league before he's finally done.
What does Dez got to do to get on the team?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Away on my
taking the Baltimore offer. Remember, he had an offer from Baltimore before the season even started. Just
I don't blame people not wanting to play in Baltimore. Baltimore is just sorry.
What?
We'll ignore that.
This is the best offense Baltimore's had in years.
That's not saying much.
That's a good point. All right, let's keep them rolling in here. Alfred Morris or Royce Freeman. That's coming in from Nick Gans at Nick Gans with a Z12 on Twitter.
I'm just really not trying to play Alfred Morris. Trying to talk myself into Royce Freeman right now against the Rams. Look, the Rams kind of got torn up on the ground last week against Seattle, so I guess I will go Royce Freeman.
Snow game? I mean, if the snow is there, that leans to a lot of action on the ground.
Another good point. Going to be cold.
All right, here. How about Tim Fields at TFIE2215 on Twitter? It's got to go Newton or Cousins. This is a multi-part question, so let's do Newton or Cousins first, Eric.
Cousins.
I actually have to go back and check my rankings on this one because I think this one's going to be pretty close. Yeah, Cousins is my QB7 this week. Cam is my QB8. Washington 18th against passing quarterback against quarterbacks this season. Kirk Cousins, Arizona's actually surprisingly 26th, which means they for strength of opponent. It means they're actually pretty good against opposing quarterbacks this season. And I know they have played Arizona, or they have played Russell Wilson. They've played Mitch Trubisky, who's gone off this season. I wrote about this in my draft article for the week as Cousins, somebody who is going to fall outside the top 6 this week. So it's close, but I guess technically I would go Cousins.
Yeah, I'll go Cousins.
But Cam's right there. I think you're good either way, Tim.
Yeah, that's not a bad 2 to have.
Hey, here we go. Friend of the pod, Sam Lemunion at SR_Lemunion. That's one of my friends, Eric, in case you were wondering why I said friend of the pod. Full point.
Multi-part question.
Oh, you're right. I totally skipped the second half. I'm so excited to answer.
Sam, you got to wait.
Oh, wait, Eric, take over here. I need to swap out Dalvin Cook in one of my draft lineups. One of the cool things about draft, by the way, is that if a player is ruled out late, they will let you swap that player out for somebody who hasn't been taken yet.
Said take over. I didn't have it on my phone. I'm just going off the.
All right. Well, here, just let me. I'm adding Tevin Coleman in real quick. By the way, if you are interested in playing with me on draft, that's what I'm going to do right after this live stream. You can follow me, Matt Hicks 15. If you're new to draft, you want to try it out. Use the promo code TOP2. You get a free $3 entry, and I run $3 games, so it works out pretty well. Eric, the second half of Tim's question before we get to Sam's is he's got to play 2 of these guys. He's got a laundry list here, so hang on with me. Marshawn Lynch, Jordan Howard, Chris Carson, Bilal Powell, Shady McCoy, Isaiah Crowell, Kenyon Drake, or Philip Lindsay.
Well, I'm probably going to play Lynch, and
Jordan Howard?
Yeah, Jordan Howard. Right. That's the other one.
Yeah. I was like, what are you doing? Jordan Howard. That's the gimme.
I know.
So no Philip Lindsay?
Yeah,
Actually,
no.
Eric, I'm going Jordan Howard and Chris Carson. Chris Carson's volume has been ridiculous. Who are they playing this week?
They're playing Oakland in Wembley. So
yeah, that's right. Oakland is fifth, has given up the fifth most fantasy points to opposing running backs this season. Looking that up, that is equated to 551 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Go Carson.
Carson and Jordan Howard. Yep. All right. Sam's question here. Jordan Howard as well involved. It's a PPR league. He's looking for his running back 2. Jordan Howard, Royce Freeman, or James White. That one's pretty easy for me. We're sitting Freeman, right?
Jordan Howard and Royce Freeman. That's the question.
It's Howard. You got to choose 2 of these. All right, wait. Oh, wait. Hold on. Full point PPR. Oh, we're only choosing 1. Oh, okay. It's just out of Jordan Howard, Freeman, or James White. I'm actually going James White.
To sit or to start?
Start. You only get to start 1 guy. I said it wrong.
You know what happens when James White's in the question.
Yeah, it's always James White. James White is my running back 7 overall this week. James White is going to ball out.
Him and Michelle this week. Oh, boy.
Oh, my. You have Sony Michel, Eric, as running back 5 this week. I love that personally.
He's going to have a game tonight.
Where do I have James White? I have James White as running back 6. Eric, you also have him at 6. Chris Nelson has him at 6, one of the other rankers from our staff. Josh is tanking our stats. He has him at 26.
Josh, I don't like to call people out for being wrong, but that's wrong. That is not correct.
Josh is normally on par with us, but it's going rogue.
Gonna have to look. He's gonna have to redo that. It's not right.
All right, Eric, we probably got time for 1 or 2 more here before we wrap up this live stream. I like this one coming in from I like it first off because his name is Jake from State from Jake Farm on Twitter, at Jake Piazik. And I like it more because he told me I was right last week. So he's coming back to the well, Eric, for a little bit more help. You can only start one of these guys: Isaiah Crowell, Kenyon Drake, Mike Davis. Who you taking?
Probably Crowell, to be honest.
Yeah, it's got to be Crowell. Mike Davis is sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
I will say Mike Davis is sneaky because he still got, I believe, 15 touches last week, even though Carson got 30. So there's plenty of opportunity to run the ball in Seattle, but Kenyon Drake is a no factor, and Crowell's going to have a safer floor than Davis as well. And Davis's upside is severely limited. We've seen what Isaiah Crowell's upside is.
Yeah. I'd lean Crowell. He's safer.
All right. I'm looking for a good one to finish it out. We're going to go with PD Pablo because Yanks and Fins on Twitter, because he's a good friend of the pod, always asking questions. Wow, he's got a tough one here, Eric. You can only pick one for his second flex spot. He's got Tyler Lockett, Amari Cooper, Dede Westbrook, and Christian Kirk.
It's week 6, right? It's an even week.
The Amari Cooper theory.
Guess I'll go Cooper.
You're going to go with the Amari Cooper theory?
Yeah. Read them back to me again one more time.
Tyler Lockett, Amari Cooper, Dede Westbrook, and Christian Kirk. You only got one.
No, I'm not. Never mind. Going Tyler Lockett.
Tyler Lockett, yeah. I was like, dang, man, you're really going for it.
I'll go Tyler Lockett. I don't think Seattle's anything great on defense, but yeah, Lockett's probably safer.
All right, I'm going to go Tyler Lockett. Eric, that's a pretty good amount of questions here. I know I am still going to get a little DFS action in. Going to run some games on draft after this. Want to make sure we have time to go ahead and set our final lineups. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter at Top2Matt. I will still be actively answering questions all day, including if you have late game questions. Really appreciate the follow over there. Eric is on Twitter at Top2Eric. If you're not already listening to our podcast, that's Top 2 Pod. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Podbean, all of that at Top 2 Pod. Release 2 episodes a week, early, late, and then we do our live stream. Eric, you got any final advice for the people before we sign off here?
It's Gronk Day, baby. Gronk.
Where'd you get that, man? You just had that on the side this whole episode?
Yeah, it's right behind me. It's on the chair.
Oh, it's not the Giants' day. Yesterday was the day for Tennessee, so I'm just out here trying to get a couple fantasy football W's today. But I wish you the best of luck, not only in your lineups, but with your NFL team today. And good luck.
Later, taters.